Dear students, today I am going to teach you a new topic, Jainism and Buddhism. I'll teach this topic in two parts. In first part, I'll teach you Jainism. Before starting this lesson, I would like to teach you what are the reason that Jainism and Buddhism came to existence. This topic I'll teach later, but brief introduction also required. In early Vedic period, there was no any inequality in the society. But after quite long period of time, means later Vedic period and onwards I'm talking, rigid caste system came to existence, rituals came to existence, orthodox system came to existence, and in place of Sabha Samiti Bidat, king became very powerful. Early I have taught you king was there, but king was controlled by Sabha Samiti Bidat. But in later Vedic period, king became very powerful. And after that, Sabha Samiti Bidat lost their position. And after that, what happened? Society has been divided in four clans: Brahman, Kshatri, Vaishya, Shudra. Caste system came to existence, and upper class Brahman and Kshatris were enjoying they had lot of privilege, but Sudras were facing lot of problem. Vaishya, who were industrious people, by trade and commerce, by hard working they got money, achieved money, but they were not respected like upper two class. In that circumstances, what happened? In 6th century BC, against the Brahmanism, means Vedic religion, a movement started in 6th century BC in India, and two religions came to existence, Buddhism and Jainism. Dear students, I would like to mention here, when nomadic society was there was no political thinkers, social thinkers, but when there will be problem, or either political problem or social problem, if political problems will be there, the political thinker will be coming. This is a nature, this is natural things. And if orthodox system will be there, some people will come and they will raise question on these orthodox system. So same happened in India in 6th century BC. Before this one, I would like to mention here, this 6th century BC regarded as an important era of the world history, which saw the emergence of the thinkers like Confucius in China, Zoroaster in Persia, and Vardhaman Mahavir and Gautam Buddha in India. Means in 6th century BC is a turning point in which many political thinkers came to existence, not only India but rest of the world also. And like Martin Luther, I have taught you, raised question against rituals, orthodox system of the Roman Catholic Church. Same movement started in 6th century BC against the rituals, orthodox systems that was existed in the society, and many drawbacks came to existence. Inequality was existed, rituals were more, yajna were very much, and people were facing suffocation. In that circumstances, Jainism came to existence. And Jainism and Buddhism, both religion, were very appropriate, suitable according to the need of the society. And finally, what happened? Many people converted from Hinduism or Brahmanism to Jainism or Buddhism. After that, I would like to mention here sources of Jainism. I am going to teach you Jainism. So, Angas are there and Upang. What are Angas? You know this one. If any saint will be there. So, when saint started preaching, so some his disciples will be also there. They are listener. And same happened with Mahavir Swami or Vardhaman Mahavir. When he started listen, he started preaching. When he had got enlightenment, after that, okay, he started preaching. And when he started preaching to his disciples, compiled his teaching in 12 part, and each part will be known as Angas. So in easy word we can say this one. The teaching of Bardhaman Mahabir has been compiled by his disciples, recorded by his disciples. These literary work is known as Angas. So, and what language he used? Okay, Prakrit language or the Magdi we can say, means local language. So people were understanding. Okay, and his main philosophy is his main philosophy of life, okay, was based on non-violence. Okay, and non-violence was very very necessary for the society that time, because if all crops will be sacrificed, all crops will be killed in a jana, how cultivation will be there? And if casteism will be there, so only two group, Brahman Kshatri getting lot of respect and other one not getting. But Jainism had no any belief in, okay, casteism, all are equal, okay, in the society there will be no any discrimination. So people accepted that religion, because by that religion equality existed and people will get respect also. So Anga, I think clear. Upangas also some easy commentary regarding Angas, means Angas has been translated, we can say this one. Now there are 12 Angas. Now origin of Jainism. Jainism originated in 6th century BC. But one point I would like to mention here, that is very very necessary. Dear student, 6th century BC, I have just told. So question doubt is there, that's why I am telling this one. Bardhaman Mahabir popularized Jainism in 6th century BC. But Jainism was existed before 6th century BC. And Rishabhdev was the first Tirthankaras. What do you mean by Tirthankaras? Tirthankara means spiritual Jain saints. Like Hinduism, I think you know, Acharya are there, or Brahmins are there. Likewise in Christianity, Pope is there, clergymen are there. Okay, so they are torch bearer of the society with reference to the religious phenomena I am talking. So Tirthankaras are Jain saints and they are spiritual one. And Bardhaman Mahabir is 24th and last Jain Tirthankars. Tirthankars means that person got enlightenment and he is omniscience, means he is knowing each and every things. He is expert of each and every subject. Means what is the reality of the world? Jain Tirthankaras are very much knowing, because they are very close to, okay, reality of the world. Means they are having the knowledge of truth. Means what is the truth of life, they are familiar. About life of Bardhaman Mahabir. Bardhaman was born in 599 BC at Kundgram near Vaisali, Bihar, I think you know. His father name was Siddhartha. He was the head of the famous Kshatri clan. His mother name Trisla. She belongs to Likshvi clan, means both belongs to royal family. Bardhaman was married to Yasoda, a princess, and had one daughter named Priyadarshini. At the age of 30, Bardhaman left his home and family. He became the ascetic, means monk, and wandered from one place to other place in the search of truth. And continuous 12 years, he was roaming here and there. At age of 42, I have taught you, when he was 30 years old, he left his home, family, and 12 years he wandering here and there. He was wandering here and there, so means 12 years. So 30 plus 12, 42. Means when he was 42 years old, He conquered the truth. He was called Mahavir, the great hero, or Jina. Jina basically meaning is there who can control his own desire. That person is Jina. Mahavir is one of them. And a real hero. And real hero means that person is knowing truth, is enlightened one. He is having enormous knowledge of each and every subject. Now, so only today this much. Next day, I would like to. Next day I will come with another video. Thank you, dear.